Though not as large as that casting, this casting is still rather large. What is this 8,000 tons of? No, that's 6,500 tons here. 9,000 tons is the rear. Thus, tonnage basically refers to the amount of metal you move within the plate in size and the speed at which you move it. However, you can limit that metal flow by choosing poorly for inputs and orientations. However, if you see the flow, the biscuit enters through the center there, and we then flow it completely out. Because metal wants to move like a river, we act like a river. When you witness these folks copying us frequently, perhaps because I'm giving it away, you realize that it's an engineer named Druid. They also sketch trusses and triangles. At Tesla, however, we have in-house die designers who work side by side with the guys who design the castings in simulations to reduce the amount of presses we need to utilize by combining the parts design with the tool's design. For this reason, an 8000 T-press is not strictly necessary for the front. We believed we would when we first started. We replied, "Oh, we're going to need 8,000 tons." However, after teamwork, we were able to produce this front one using the same machinery as the Model YS. That is incredible. The back one is too large. Indeed, it also improves the cycle time, right? Yes, it does shorten the cycle time because there is more even cooling throughout. That's the main point, though. Warpage and cooling. This is a question that is asked by all. How much does this warp? And I replied, well, it happens so quickly, it shouldn't warp at all. However, it truly depends on how long we allow the skin to cool and how long we cool it. When you take it out, we have no straighteners or anything like that. How many presses are now producing these then? We have 2 in the back and 1 in the front, but because we have Model Y ones, we have 4 of those. Just switch the tie. However, we just require 2. Cycle times have decreased to the point where we just need to conduct 2 presses, one for the front and one for the back, to produce 5,000. So, do you even bother using backup tools? Yes, we replaced the 3 sets of dies with new tools. At least 2, that is. We have 1 backup if we are using 1. If not, we'll run 2 in and 1 backup, reworking the backup while the other 2 are being run. Furthermore, casting machines tend to fall quite hard, isn't that right? So you need to quickly grab a new one and take out the tool, right? Yes, get ready to delve deeply into the realm of automotive innovation as we reveal an astounding disclosure made by Tesla's lead design team about the Cybertruck in a recent interview with Sandy Munro. What all the hoopla about then? Everything revolves around Lars Moore's startling revelation, an insight that may have gone unnoticed, but is crucial to understanding Tesla's production capabilities. Tesla has once again shown its mettle in a world where innovation is king. Watch this space to learn how Tesla is differentiating itself in the race to build hundreds of thousands of cars a year with their groundbreaking strategy to casting backup tooling and production figures. Not only that, but we'll also talk about how this revelation might rock the car world, possibly even making the formidable Ford F-150 Lightning shiver in fear. Make sure to use the like and subscribe buttons before watching this thrilling episode. Greetings, and let's explore the specifics of this revolutionary revelation here at Tesla Stock News. During a recent interview that Sandy Munro conducted with the Tesla lead design team about the Cybertruck, Lars Moravy revealed something important that seems to have gone unnoticed. Let's explore this remarkable discovery. This revelation underscores the remarkable capabilities of Tesla, not only in terms of their design engineers, but also their assembly line workers, declared Munro, drawing everyone's attention when Lars Moravy revealed that they could produce the front Giga casting using the same sized press as the one used for Model Y Giga castings. Their proximity to one another allows them to quickly iterate and adapt, which distinguishes them from the car industry's traditional method. It's a major factor in why Tesla continues to outperform legacy manufacturers. As most of you are probably aware, the Giga casting has a tonnage of 6,500 for the front and 9,000 for the rear, making it a hefty casting, albeit not as large as some others. What's interesting about this is how Tesla controls the metal flow like a river. In contrast to previous attempts where engineers just sketched designs using trusses and triangles, Tesla has in-house die designers that collaborate closely with casting designers. Through this collaboration, simulations are produced that optimize part designs in order to lower the necessary press tonnage. They may surprisingly utilize the same tools for the front casting as for the Model Y, which is a credit. This innovation addresses warping concerns by guaranteeing more uniform cooling throughout the casting process, which not only affects tonnage but also cycle time. They've cooled down quickly enough to avoid the necessity for straighteners. They currently have Model Y presses in addition to one press for the front and two for the back. Still, with shorter cycle times, 5,000 units may be produced every day with just two presses. This information highlights Tesla's innovative manufacturing and design philosophy, which distinguishes them from the traditional vehicle business. It's more evidence of their capacity to transform the sector. Do they possess backup equipment? They do, in fact. When Sandy inquired about it, she learned that they keep 3 sets of dies, or at least 2 of them are always in use. They maintain a backup in case they are using one. Additionally, they can operate on the idle die while the other 2 dies are in use. This safety measure is required since a malfunctioning casting machine can have detrimental effects on output. It's a race against time to take out the broken tool and quickly replace it with a fresh one. As a result, Lars explained, they constantly recycle their backup dies, rotating and maintaining them to guarantee flawless manufacturing. When Sandy first inquired, she wanted to know if the Cybertruck's front Giga casting machine weighed 8,000 tons. It was a 6,000 T machine, the same size as the one used for the Model Y. Lars quickly corrected her. This information is important since it indicates that the Cybertruck's production process runs more smoothly and occupies less space. It's like having a compact, effective arrangement of a 2-bedroom house rather than a 3-bedroom one. In addition, Lars remarked that the plant has several Model Y machines, which they can use for Cybertruck's front Giga casting as well. This adaptability is essential as Lars pointed out. These dies have a limited lifespan, and when they break, it happens suddenly, interfering with manufacturing. It's quite significant. The magnitude of the operation, however, was what really astounded the audience. The Giga castings, especially the front one, were a sight to behold for anyone touring the foundry. It was quite impressive how well designed and simple it was. Anyone could see that something creative was going on, even if they lacked the technical know-how of an engineer. The real marvel of this entire process is how they have improved the metal flow through the Giga press. Imagine that in a matter of milliseconds, this metal will be injected from the center, flow horizontally, and quickly cover the walls of the casting cavity. Preventing excessive cooling of the metal that could lead to clogs is crucial. It's similar like steering a river, letting the liquid metal go at its own pace. This design is the outcome of the assembly line teams and design engineers' joint effort, which has allowed them to perfect the procedure. Upon closer inspection of the outside, you will see that the casting is adorned with gracefully flowing lines. These lines offer crucial structural support. They are not only decorative. The casting wouldn't be able to withstand the weight and torque demands placed on it without them. Traditionally, the process would include building the design using an intricate web of meshes and triangles, akin to making an animated 3D character. But all those triangles and meshes were like walls, keeping the metal from flowing freely. What Tesla has accomplished is an incredibly slick design with elevated ridges that provide an open channel for the liquid metal to pass through. This unique technique guarantees a quick, even flow, eliminating blobs or other imperfections in the casting. The metal's crystalline structure gets incredibly strong and stiff as it cools. The material science team at Tesla, which frequently collaborates with SpaceX, has been instrumental in creating a unique aluminum alloy that has the perfect characteristics, a robust crystalline structure while solid, smooth flow when heated, and quick cooling. What was the outcome? An excellent casting procedure that is also efficient. What now distinguishes Tesla is their capacity to combine the casting's design with the machine's design to produce it with ease. Their success is largely attributed to this degree of synchronicity. A prototype may be made by anyone, but mass production is where Tesla really faces difficulties. They've perfected the art of efficiency and quality, guaranteeing that every part fits precisely and won't require expensive future adjustments. In the competition to create hundreds of thousands of cars a year, Tesla stands out for its dedication to quality. A series of difficulties arise when one uses standard manufacturing methods and has to solder together multiple stamped parts. It requires not only the coordination of several components and the use of numerous robots, but it also creates alignment problems when the various components are assembled at the end. Changes are inevitable, and sometimes they call for violent measures like swinging sledgehammers. Due to all of these obstacles, costs go up and efficiency goes down, and more labor is needed to make sure everything works perfectly. As a result, the vehicle might not be as perfect as one could hope for with die casting. This method best represents the first principle mindset, which holds that the objective should be to construct an automobile as efficiently as possible. In addition, there is a good deal of talk on safety in the interview, a subject that worries a lot of people about the Cybertruck. These Giga castings are essential for resolving safety issues. They include distinct crush zones that are thoughtfully positioned in the vehicle's front and back. These zones absorb the force of impact, enabling a predictable collapse of the structure and safeguarding the inhabitants. Speaking one-on-one with a factory engineer, it became clear that the motor and batteries are cleverly made to slide out of the way in the case of an accident. The engine lowers the danger of injury by falling below the batteries. Furthermore, by doing away with the conventional steering column and switching to steer-by-wire, a serious safety risk is removed, the potential for it to break through the cabin in an accident. The Cybertruck is a serious contender for receiving the highest safety ratings because of this, as well as the Giga casting's inherent safety measures. Let's now examine the production figures that Lars brought forth. He made reference to a weekly goal of 5,000 Cybertruck units. This indicates that Tesla plans to release 5,000 Cybertrucks every week, including both the front and back Giga castings. Assuming 50 weeks of continuous production with a small amount of downtime throughout the year, this comes to a staggering 250,000 Cybertrucks a year. It's important to keep in mind, though, that Tesla may be underestimating its own powers. They might easily exceed this goal with the possibility of having 2 production lines and 4 more Model Y presses for the front Giga casting. The availability of the 90,000-ton Giga press for the rear casting appears to be the true limiting constraint at the moment. In the event that both presses are in operation at the same time, production rates may surpass the initial estimate and reach 7,500 units per week. Every week, they manage to reach the target of 10,000 units, but every now and then, they have to take one out of service for maintenance. Thus, let us examine a weekly average of 7,500 units. As a result, rather than the initially anticipated 250,000 Cybertrucks per year, their yearly production now ranges between 300,000 and 350,000. The idea that they may already have a second Cybertruck production line up and operating in addition to the one we've seen is beginning to take shape. This implies that whenever they begin full-scale production, Tesla may be producing well over 250,000 of these cars annually. The synchronization with Joe's flavors and the latest deliveries of Cybertrucks is even more intriguing. Yes, guys, Cybertrucks are really being delivered to people right now. It's not like Tesla is producing 10 trucks and then announcing, hey, production starts in 2024. Delivery has begun in earnest, and a few fortunate people, such as those in the H. Mars catalog, who have placed their orders and paid in full, may receive their trucks before 2024. All of this suggests that Tesla is in a great position to produce Cybertrucks. Let's now discuss the competition. At this point, the Ford F-150 Lightning ought to be experiencing some trembling. Ford has increased its 2024 output projection from 160,000 to 880,000 vehicles. The really exciting part is that Tesla may sell between 75,000 and 80,000 Cybertrucks in just the upcoming year. That's correct, Tesla may surpass Ford with its F-150 Lightning in 2024 in terms of Cybertruck production by 2023. Ford should be quite alarmed about this, as their F-Series trucks have been the company's mainstay and the top-selling automobiles in the US for many years. Thus, there could be a significant disruption in this field. I suppose that concludes this video. What are your thoughts on all of these recent occurrences? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you liked this video. We appreciate your time and will see you in our upcoming films.